Greetings. Today I've got a couple of things to look at through my 1600 times USB microscope, and that video that I recorded some time ago is by far the most popular video of the ones that I've posted, and it seems that a lot of people are possibly browsing for on eBay for a microscope and thinking of buying one of those. I want to see what this thing can do. So I thought I will record a couple of more things through this microscope, so you get an idea of what it actually does. So one of the comments on my previous video suggested that I look at some insects or maybe smaller creatures, and yeah, okay, well, it's not exactly my idea, but I'll see what I can do. So the setup that I've got over here is pretty much the same as it was. The microscope is mounted on my do-it-yourself stand that allows me to move it up and down. I've got Camerafy app on my HTC M9 connected through USB on the go directly to the camera, and that's what's powering the camera, and I've got the picture on the phone screen, and yeah, that's about it. So let's get going. First of all, I'll look at let me just get the focus just right. Even with this, it's quite a bit fiddly to get the focus just right. Okay, there we go. So this is just the little slide that comes with the microscope. And as far as magnification that we're seeing here, let me just show you now. The microscope technically says it's 1600 times zoom, but let me just show you what's happening. So the grid that you're looking at here are divisions with 0.1 millimeter. Now between the centers of each on the screen of my phone is roughly about 2 centimeters, so that's roughly 200 times enlarged compared to the original. Now that doesn't make much sense, because all it takes, if I put this on a 17-inch screen of a laptop or a computer, the magnification will be much higher, but the actual resolution is 640 by 480, so yeah, this is pretty much what you're getting. But nonetheless, this is one of the highest, if not the highest, USB magnification microscopes available. So first of all, what I've got to look at, this is the chip, the sensor from the HP camera that I've tore down recently, and it will be interesting to have a look at the silicon structure over here. And it's nicely mounted in a window for us, so I'll see. Now maybe before what I should start recording on the phone. Yeah, I think that's recording. So yeah, so later on I'll try to wiggle around with picture in picture, so you get to see the microscope on the full screen. Oh, come on. Now with that sort of magnification, it's ridiculously fiddly to get anything in hold on, maybe first of all let me catch focus on here. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. It's probably a bond wire or something. Wow. Okay, now, okay, I didn't expect this. This is cool. So we're looking at the chip, and by the way, I can't touch the desk because even if I move, the vibration just kills the picture. But yeah, it says LE500 993 LE or 893. Surprising detail, and there's those red, green and blue dots. Those are not pixels, by the way. Those this is some sort of markings for production process of the chip. I'll try to move it a tiny bit. Now when I'm doing this, oops, I touched the camera. I figured out the easiest way to do this is have the camera set up in a way, the microscope is technically upside down, so if I put it the right way up, if I move anything to the left, it goes to the right on the screen and so on, so everything's inverted. So I figured I'll just put it facing me instead, and this way it's a little bit less confusing when you're moving things around, because it is crazy difficult to move anything around over here. The slightest touch causes the whole thing to go shoot out of the screen. There we go. So there is some fancy looking structures in the silicone. They seem to repeat themselves past as we scroll along. There is something slightly different. MN39, hold on, 593C, and as you can see, as soon as I touch the table, it loses focus. There we go. Maybe I'll take a picture. I've just realized I wasn't recording camera file. Now it's recording. Right, okay, so this is some nice nice detail visible on the chip. It's a little bit more difficult doing this while I'm recording, because I've got the phone in a way, and oops. You can just about see the pixels on the you'll see it on the, hopefully it will be visible on the video. If I had some nice XY movement for this, maybe I should make one. Then this would be far more easier. Even better if the XY movement was being actuated through some stepper or something. we're seeing a pad with the bond wire attached. Oh, there we go, that's in focus now. So yeah, gold bond wire attached to a gold plated pad inside the chip. I wanted to find those red, green, blue dots one more time, but this is borderline impossible freehanding the object, because as I said, it's really small. Okay, you can see numbers where they numbered the pads. This one says number 20. I'm curious what are all those structures that I'm seeing over here, but nonetheless, for some strange reason I find this all this stuff that we're seeing quite beautiful. I think it's a work of art in a way. We're back in the same place. I'm going to try to scroll around the chip to see all the supporting circuitry. Maybe we spot something interesting. You probably can hear my kids in the background. Talking about Minecraft. Ah, there we go. Okay. This thing got stuck in between the tweezers. go. This is probably as good as it gets. This is quite fiddly, so even me touching the table takes the whole thing out of whack. But yeah, that's what the chip looks like under this microscope. So let's move on. What I've got next is, actually let me maybe stop this and restart. So the next thing I've got is a VFD display. I've tried it already, and yeah, it looks nice-ish, but because it's quite thick and the focal length of this microscope is very short, we won't be able to get through inside all the way. But just about the only thing I was able to see quite well was the grid. So there we go. We've got this hexagonal shape, honeycomb structure. That's the actual grid that's in front of the letters on the VFD display. And yeah, precision cut somehow, or probably not even cut, it's probably etched, but I don't know. I don't know the process of manufacturing this. Yeah, but unfortunately, as soon as I'll try to go deeper, it hits the front glass. Okay, but anyways, as someone suggested, was for me to look at some small creatures, bugs or whatever. So strangely enough, I didn't have anything, and I made an effort to look around, and while I was at work, I asked for this. I found a fly on the windowsill, and I took it. I asked for a little box, and yeah, I brought this dead fly home. So I haven't killed any poor creatures, just to have a look at them. I found one that's already deceased. God damn it, it's just a fly, right? But anyways, we can have a look. I think the most interesting thing would be to have a look at the eye structure. So I'll try to position the subject right under. Now okay, we're getting something. So there's some hair. Ah, she's gone topside. Hold on a minute, I might have to amputate the front legs from it so she lays flat. There we go. Seems like we've got the eye. It looks like a berry. We had it. Now, because the focal length is so small, you can see it's only maybe like 0.1 of a millimeter. As I move the camera up and down, it focuses on different parts of the eye. You can see on here that different pimples on the eye, they've got different color. I'm not sure if that's got something to do with the fact that the fly is old and dried out, or does it look like this normally. But yeah, I know nothing about flies. I'm doing this purposely, solely because someone wanted to see one, and I thought, yeah, it's a cool enough idea. I think we're looking through something, through a wing probably. And this is something on the back of the fly, I guess. Okay, there we go. That was a creature to look at. Now, I was thinking of what else I could look at, and I've got those microscope slides. I've got a few of them, blank ones. So I've got the slide plus the really thin glass cover thing, and I thought, well, do you know what, I'll take a drop of water from my fish tank and there will be definitely something moving in there. I did, but there was nothing to look at. It was really boring. So next thing I wanted to try was fish food, just a flake of fish food. Just curious to see what if I could find anything in there, and when enlarged it looks kinda like I'm not sure, it looks like it's a crisp, and you can see the remains of different different objects that it was made out of. This is a green one. Because this is uniform and much bigger, it's a lot easier to manipulate this under this microscope. Now, for other things, I've got some of those pre-made slides, educational things. Like this is, for example, a carrot, a root of carrot. I'm not sure why is it blue. Maybe there was some dye added to it. There we go. But those are surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly, much better quality. You can see a lot more detail on those, but those were somewhat professionally prepared. I'm just really slowly sliding the slide across. Yeah, so there you go, roots of a carrot. Strangely, let me see, I've had over here, I've got some slides that are quite unclear in description of. This one says Schmetterlingsflügel, which is Schmetterlingsflügel. flugo butterfly wings. Oh, that'll be interesting. So this is a section of a butterfly wing. I need to get it in picture. It's really tricky to... There we go. Butterfly wings are somewhat special because they've got those structures on them, those little gaps or whatnot, that are small enough to cause light to refract and cause through interference and whatnot. Somehow something clever is happening over there, but that's why the butterfly has got so many beautiful colors. Okay, there you go. Maybe someone who knows anything about this can make something out of this, but as far as I can see, I can only see some strange shapes. Okay, so I'm not too sure if I want to pull. I've got some other slides and they show this one's somewhat interesting, colorful. This is plant stem damaged by game. It's a nice colorful image. Let me just get the focus right. And when it stops shaking, now even me talking actually messes up the picture. I'm not even sure, because this supposedly is damaged by game. I'm not sure what game is. It must be some sort of disease. But even what is the damage? Maybe that's the damage. I'm not too sure. But yeah, we can see lots of different colors, and we're getting into the core. And out the other side, and there it is. So yeah, this is the another look through the microscope on some random stuff. So yeah, if you like the video, please do click like or subscribe. I'll see if I come across anything more interesting. I'll definitely have a look at it. The only thing is it's gonna be more likely something like this, or maybe a microprocessor, or maybe something that's in operation, and maybe there is something happening that can visually be seen. I don't know, but it's more likely to be electronics rather than some flies and bugs and stuff. And yeah, I'll just dispose of this. So again, if you liked it, click like, subscribe, do what you can do on YouTube, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Take care.